whatever stitch comes next in your pattern, like that. So that is just so much cleaner. In this video, I'm going to show you how to join with a double crochet stitch. In other videos, I've shown you how to join with a slip stitch, join with a single crochet, join with a half double crochet, and then there will be a video for joining with a half treble crochet and a treble crochet. So for this, we start with a slip knot, and I make a loop like this. The top strand of the loop here goes across the loop like this, and then I pull that strand forward. I have a knot side right here, and then I have a slip side. So I go like this, put it on my hook, and then I tighten it up a little bit so it kind of floats on my hook. So to start this, I'm gonna do a yarn over, and I'm stabilizing everything with my index finger in the back of the slip knot. So I'm gonna yarn over, and I'm gonna do one in a chain 2 space, and then I'll do another one in a stitch. So I go insert my hook into the chain 2 space like this, yarn over, draw that loop out, and I wanna keep the loops close to my work here, because I don't want, if I go out too far, the loops will get too loose for this double crochet stitch. So then I'm going to yarn over. I'm keeping everything pretty like tight, not so tight that I can't get through the stitches, but I need to make sure that all of these are close and kind of tight. So I'm going to yarn, I'm holding my pinchers underneath the 2 stitches that the 2 loops that I'm going to go through. So I'm gonna turn my hook down like this and go through 2, and then I'm gonna yarn over and then go through the other 2 to complete a double crochet stitch. So right there, it's very neat looking. I just did a double crochet on another video and I decided to redo it. So, and the trick is to keep those loops tight like I was showing you. And then you just continue on with your work and you do regular stitches after that. But this is a great way to join, because when you come back around, like let's say you're working around and you come back, you get to join to this very nice looking stitch here instead of the alternative. Or if you're coming back on a row, when you come back on the wrong side, you have this regular stitch to work into instead of a chain space. So I'll show you one more time in a stitch. So you start with the slip knot, and I'm going to go yarn over. I'm going to go underneath the 2 loops. So normally in a pattern, if they want you to do, they'll say if you're supposed to join in a back loop or a front loop, but if they don't specifically state go in the back loop or the front loop, you can assume that you're gonna go underneath the 2 loops like this. So I did my yarn over, I'm stabilizing the loops on my hook with my index finger, and then I'm going to yarn over and I'll bring a loop out. I want to hold these 3 loops really like snug on my hook. I don't want to pull them out, and I don't want them to be loose because the stitch doesn't come out right. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to draw through 2. I'm still stabilizing with my index finger and my pinchers here. I'm going to draw through 2, and then I'm going to yarn over again. This yarn splits, and then I'm going to draw through these 2 stitches like that. Now I want to go back here and snug up my starting chain just a little bit to make it look like a perfect stitch, and then you just do whatever stitch comes next in your pattern like that. So that is just so much cleaner to do it that way. So let me cut this off. And I'm going to show you do a comparison with what the typical joining looks like. Start out with a slip knot on your hook. And I'm going to start out with a slip stitch right here. So I'm going to go underneath those 2 loops like this. I need to stabilize this. I'm going to come through, and then I'm going to go through the loop on my hook, and that's joining with a slip stitch. Then I'm going to tighten this up. This is your typical joining that you most of us crocheters have been taught. This is how I've always done it until I learned this better way. So you chain 2, and that counts as your first double crochet. So just do 1, 2, and then actually it's chain 3 for your first double crochet. Then you double crochet in the next stitch or whatever pattern you do next. And then I'm just gonna cut this off just to show you what this looks like. So here's the difference. So right here, let's get this out of the way. Right here is joining with the double crochet stitch. So it looks like 2 normal double crochet stitches. Right here is the typical join that we've all been taught. And this was join with a slip stitch, chain 3. This counts as your first double crochet. And then you do your next stitch. So when you come back in to work and to join to this stitch or work in it, when you're coming back doing a row, you have to go into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 right here. But if you join with a double, you get to come back and work into a regular stitch. So that is the difference. I would definitely prefer doing it like this and not like this. So that's all I have to say about all this, I think. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to watch all the other videos and subscribe, like, comment, and I'm answering all the comments. So I'd love to hear from you. And I hope this helps improve your crocheting.